From the deep, dark reaches of Star Trek Online comes Nikodas, Tabbytha, and Grebog with another episode of Fleet Action Report.
Hello, and welcome to Fleet Action Report, the show where we don't just play the game, but we teach you how to play the game.
I'm Tabbytha, that was Nikodas, and this is Grebog.
Computer run program. Fleet Action Report episode 226, personal traits to pick up.
It's time to get personal, fellas.
Yeah. Get all up in everyone's personal business.
Take your notes. These are the lines you want to use.
Wait, we're doing lines now? Whoa.
We're gonna have to put some disclaimers on Twitch and present everybody with that little clicky page before they can view our stream. And
getting real personal with this episode, all over the place.
So if you like to support our weird antics, being here is one way to support us. Following us over on YouTube is definitely a way to support us. Because all episodes recorded here go to YouTube normally within 24 hours. Don't tell Twitch. Yes, I am technically breaking terms and services, but until they yell at me, I'm going to keep doing it. We're not important enough for them to notice.
I was literally about to say that very thing. We're not important enough.
Also, if you don't want, well, I guess you can subscribe. And that gives Twitch some money, and we get 50% of what they get. And then if you don't want to give Twitch money, you can also give coffee money. They take a very small percentage of a cut, and that's over at ko-fi.com/GREBOG, and that helps us buy coffee. Yeah,
support your local Tabbies coffee habit.
But so let's see here. I guess Nikodas, what have you been up to, and how have you been?
Wow, I get to go first.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say.
Then I'll just go first then.
I've been playing a lot of Magic: The Gathering. A very good friend of mine moved out of state a couple years ago, and he used to be a really big Magic player. And since he's moved, he's kind of fallen off that bandwagon. But I found this program that one can use to play online for free, and he has low-key become obsessed with it, and he's trying to get basically the band back together, trying to get all of our old friends who used to play on this same program so we can all, play Magic together. It's been interesting. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Magic. And STO, I'm still working on my army of alts. One of them is almost level 40, though. I'm kind of proud of that. And then I finally went and beat Hogwarts Legacy. And I won't go into big detail on that because I know there's still a lot of controversy, but I've been kind of sitting on the last chapter for a long time, and I finally went and beat that. So that's pretty much been my gaming week in a nutshell. My oldest kid did go to state band competition last week, and she walked away with 7th place, which is a tie for the best that her school has ever done. So she's pretty proud. And that took up some time. We had to go down to the big dome downtown and whatnot. And, parking and driving and all that was a pain. So
now is it in the Hoosier Dome, or do they do it at Lucas Field now?
Lucas Oil. So it's Lucas Oil Stadium. The Hoosier Dome doesn't exist anymore. They tore that down.
I guess.
It was the Hoosier Dome, and then the RCA Dome, and that got torn down, and then they built Lucas Oil. So Lucas Oil actually is a different stadium.
Well, I was
Can
like,
we take a moment and lament the fact that stadiums don't have actual names anymore? Now they're named after the company that throws the most money at them.
Actually, hospitals and concert venues do that too now.
I do not want to go to a Staples hospital. Thank you very much.
Usually it's individuals. Like one of the local hospitals down here used to be Wishard, and now it's Eskenazi because the Eskenazi family threw the most money at it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like like names of people are one thing. That's a line I can kind of, okay, but like have like Staples Center and like Montgomery, like Sears
So
Stadium,
like
and
I get you, like Lucas Oil because it's named
yeah,
after an oil
Lucas Oil
Petco Stadium.
Center.
What's that concert venue over here?
Deerfield? Oh wait, no, it's not named that anymore.
It used to be called Deer Creek. What is that called now?
Well, it's had many names since then. It was one time Verizon.
Yeah, it was
whatever.
Verizon Wireless Music Center. So there's another one. Now it's also named after an oil company.
It's the Exxon Valdez. Oh wait, no, that sunk.
Oh, that one's doomed to sink.
Sorry.
Ruoff. Now it's the Ruoff Music Center.
I just like my idea. If we're gonna have companies do it, let's get Petco to sponsor one. You can come watch a game and adopt a pet.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's pretty much been my week. So I'll pass. I've talked for like 10 minutes now. I'll pass the reins over to Tabby.
Well, why? Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, today, I mean, this week has been the continuing march of not getting gaming done because I've got so much school going on. I mean, who'd have thunk that actually taking school seriously was gonna eat up so much of my time? Like, no one could have foreseen this.
I mean, back when I took school, was in school, I went to a lot of parties and
I know, right? Like, it looks so easy on TV, right? You watch like TV movies about college, and people go to classes and then go to parties all the time, right? I thought it was going to be like that, but no. In order to keep my good grades, I actually got to freaking do work all the time. It's not fair. But anyway, I got some great news today where I applied for my I'm currently in the individual studies program because I had to knock out a couple of prerequisite classes. And so as with midterms and the course selection for spring opening up, I applied for my degree program under the kind of conditional acceptance because I'm doing really well in my prerequisite classes. And today I got accepted into my degree program, so I am now in my my Associates of Science Digital Media course. So it is official. Oh, thank you.
I had to.
Good news, everyone. And
right.
I'm already picking my classes for next semester. It's going to be photography, drawing, and astronomy, along with English comp.
Cool.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Grebog.
Let's see. My week. I've been. What have I been doing? Events. I've been doing a lot of events in STO because, well, there was some overlap for those that didn't weren't paying attention to, I can't talk. Paying attention because we had the red alert that went until this morning. It stopped. And then the feast started earlier, which we'll go into more details on that. Well, the feast started on Tuesday, so there was an overlap of some days there.
Wait, the feast started Tuesday?
Yeah, it started Tuesday.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oops.
I was noticing. I didn't I put it in our show notes and didn't notice the date and then I was like, wait, it's active. Because I logged in on Tuesday and it's active. What? And yeah. Then I looked at the dates. I'm like, oh yeah, they did say 11/12. So anyway, so yeah, I've been doing events. I've been tinkering with my current ship I'm flying around in, which is a legendary America Worker heavy cruiser, aka well, we all know that ship. why they call it this instead of anything else? Oh well.
What is it?
I'm sitting right next to you, or close to you. Nope,
Are
back
you?
up.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
Do we need to go in system so you don't go flying past us?
There, I'm close. Interesting. I didn't notice I glowed so much in darker scenes.
Yeah, you're all glowy.
But
What is that?
who's that shit? Oh wait, come on.
Who's
I'm not gonna
that
now that you're struggling. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna wait till you figure it out.
It's the
For those that are looking at my screen, they can already see. I pulled up the page that has everything in the name. For some reason, when you look on the in game, like I pull up this part, it doesn't have. It just says Legendary America Worker Heavy Cruiser.
it's the
I mean, it looks kind of Excelsior-ish.
It is an Excelsior.
it's the Excelsior 3.
Yeah, you can make it look like the Resolute, the Excelsior retrofit, or the Excelsior or the Repulse. So
So it's almost but not entirely unlike an Excelsior.
yeah, yes, almost, but not entire. Yeah. Anyway, so I've been tinkering with this ship. I've also been doing WoW stuff. I think I've purchased all of the anniversary new stuff. I know I have all the main cosmetics and bought all the past anniversary stuff. I had to take my person that is hated by the goblins, which could be interesting come the next next tier season of WoW. I'm curious if I will be hated by the Undermine folks. Because I may have gotten honored with the Bloodsail Buccaneers, which then turned me into hated with the goblins. So if you know how to get honored with the Bloodsail Buccaneers, it's not unexpected. Many bruisers paid with their life back in the day. But yeah, I had to take him to Booty Bay to do part of the guest relations stuff, some of the secret stuff that they are putting into the game for the anniversary, to add a little story and fun for people. I've been enjoying that.
WoW is doing some really cool stuff, and if you just saw a lot of the things that they announced, there's some really it's exciting but a little overwhelming to be in WoW right now.
Yeah, there is a lot to do in WoW right now. I am happy that because I've purchased everything, I don't have to do as much now. And those curious, once you buy all your stuff, yes, you can still get bronze items, but you can turn those into time warp badges, which is what I started doing. You get 10 or 20. I think it's 10 time. I don't know. It's either 10 or 20 time warp badges for every bronze, which is nice if you're trying to stockpile, because they apparently are revamping all of the cosmetics that they've put into the time walking system. And enough about that, because we're not a WoW podcast.
Since when?
I mean, we all play games. We all have fun. But yeah, so my time's been split between STO and WoW. Real life has been, I don't know, the same. I've been drinking a lot more Mountain Dew than I have in a long time. Like it's probably been let's see here. It's 2024 now. We'll say 15 years that I might have drank this much Mountain Dew.
Experience Beach.
Anyway, that's my week.
All right, so now for something a little different. We're going to take a moment here for Remember the Fallen. We lost Tony Todd last week, and I need to fix his name because that's not right. Tony Todd was born December 4th, 1954, and passed on November 6th this year. He's best known for playing Kern in The Next Generation and DS9, and General Radek in DS9 and in STO. Doesn't he also turn back into Kern in STO?
I believe so.
I think so.
I also wanted to point out that Cryptic Studios did a really nice kind of remembrance post about him, and they said one of the nicest things that they will always remember is that when he came to do the voice for Radek in game, he also did an interview with them, and he was just like the absolute nicest guy that they have ever interviewed. And I just thought that was really, really touching. So if we could have a moment of silence for Tony Todd. Thank you, guys. I also forgot one because it's not in the show notes. I need to add it. He also played an older Jake Sisko in a little time jumping episode they did where he's a very old man who's had a distinguished writing career and
The Visitor.
Right. And the young writer wants to come learn from him. That's a really, really awesome episode.
That's an amazing episode.
Heart-wrenching. Like I cry every time I watch that. All right, so this week in STO, there is a key sale that started now and lasts until the 18th, so you have 4 days. You get 15% off all keys, and the 20 key ring bundle has returned with its ultimate tech upgrade.
Oh, really?
And your cat wants you to buy some of those keys, apparently?
Yep, she says go buy them all. Go buy all the keys right now. Go get them.
On a side note, right now keys are going on the exchange for I thought I saw them they were at 12,900,000, though I think I started seeing them beginning to drop. So I mean, you know, you're needing some EC. People will be buying them for chances at what's next, Tabby.
Oh, hang on, I lost the notes. There we go. New Infinity Lockbox ship. The Areore Miracle Worker. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
You
The
couldn't say that
Areore
again if you wanted
Miracle
to.
Worker. What's that?
You couldn't repeat that if you wanted to.
The Areore Miracle Worker Juggernaut. This is a ship that comes from. It is spelled Areore. So y'all can see where the difficulty. The Areore, Miracle Worker, Juggernaut, and like now my mouth wants to mispronounce worker. Anyway, it's a ship from lower decks. It has a 5-3 weapons layout. The bridge officers, you got a commander, tactical miracle worker seat, lieutenant commander, engineer intel, lieutenant science, lieutenant commander universal, and ensign universal. Consoles, you got 5 tac, 4 engineering, 2 science, and 1 universal. The innate power, it has an innate ability, Devastation Lance. So this is like a shoe-in for Grebog because he loves them lances.
I'm gonna need help people getting that ship.
What's that?
I'm gonna need people to help me get that ship.
Yeah, right. Post that coffee link. 180-degree targeting arc, antiproton, Polaron, Tetryon, energy damage. So like 3 different energy types. We're a little nebulous about like how resistances may affect this, but 100% shield pen, 120-second recharge. That's 2 minutes. The trait on this thing is beating wings. When reduced below 50% health or 50% hull, it creates a 5 kilometer 50 kilometer. Yeah, right. 5 kilometer pulse that placates and confuses enemies. Spawns 3 Areore Hawk Fighters and may only trigger once every 60 seconds. The console power is Trinary Strike. Has a 135-degree firing arc after 1.5 second charge. Then 2 times per second out per second for 10 seconds. Scattershot, Antiproton, Polaron, and Tetryon damage. 100% shield pen. 60-second recharge time.
I'm very curious about the trinary. Like, I get the ships in the show had the trinary damage, which is why they're given the trinary stuff. I almost wish they would have put this into a separate lockbox where they would have given us trinary weapons.
Yeah.
But they did not. It's fine. Anyway, so as we I guess, yeah, here's something to note about the new ship in the lockbox. People are saying that it is comparable to the Vodwar Miracle Worker Juggernaut and the legendary Avenger. Both of those are supposed to have been the top 2 ships for the doing an energy weapons build, and now this one is also right there up there with it. So if you're willing to fork out a ton of money, you too could have one of the top 3 energy weapon build ships. Sorry. It's a gamble. I probably am not going to see this unless they put it into a mud bundle in about 5 years.
Yep.
Anyway.
Not bitter, not at all.
That's why I said the only way I'm going to get it is I would need some help.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
hey viewers.
New event started today, or no, I guess 2 days ago, Tuesday. Started on Tuesday, the 12th, and it's going till December 3rd for PC. It will start for console on January 24th. For PC, this is the last and final event for the year-long event campaign. So if you haven't completed your year-long event campaign, this is your way to try to get that knocked out. To get the rewards, you need to get 14 days of completion, and there are only 2 TFOs that are there to help you. Being that this event is called the Feast, you can gather that this is Bug Hunt, which is ground, and Swarm, which is space, because we are trying to prevent them from feasting on us and planets. Yeah. The reward is the Universal Kit Module Macrovirus Array, which people don't remember in Voyager. They had to deal with macroviruses. That's the only thing I can.
Macroviruses. I just remember Janeway in that shirt.
But I don't. It could be a very potent Universal Kit Module. It does AoE damage. I am curious on how well it will work though, because yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that. And then also you get 3 featured TFO reward boxes, which lets you choose between a specialization point or a enhanced universal tech upgrade. And then of course you will get the I believe 25k dilithium, but I don't see it listed. Yeah, 25k dilithium, it says up there. Okay. On completion of that, and then obviously as your daily, if you keep doing it after you complete, you get more and more dilithium. That's the news.
I kind of wish that this kind of operated in a similar fashion to the Tholian kit, in which the little macrovirus auto spawned in combat, and that we got more kits like that. And so, like, you could just have a character that would just entirely passive pet spawning kit modules and just go around just like shooting stuff with your abilities and letting your passively spawned kit pets do the work.
Yeah.
That would be that cool. Lucky. All right, so our primary target for the day, we are going to spend some time talking about personal traits. We have broken the space traits into 2 categories, and then we also have a few ground traits that we're going to go over. The first one that we want to bring up is the one that we've talked about repeatedly during our shows, and that is the Boimler effect. You get this from the Lobi store for 200 Lobi, unless of course it's on a sale. Always buy it on a sale. And what this does is it gives you the chance, anytime you use a Boff ability, to recharge all your other bridge officer abilities. Oh, yeah, you can also get it from the Lockbox exchange. That's in the wrong spot. This has kind of become like the go-to for a lot of high-end play to reduce recharge times. It used to be Ox to Bat with the right duty officers would allow you to reduce your cooldowns to the point where you can have something pretty much always up. This takes over that for you. So rather than having using 2 engineering spots and at least 2 duty officer spots, you can replace all that with this one trait and it be almost as effective. In some ways more so, especially if you compare it, like if you run 1 or 2 other things to help with cooldowns. So one of the best all-around traits in the game to get 200 Lobi. There you go. Tabby, you're up.
All right. Another one is A Good Day to Die. That one's only available to tactical captains. You can get it out of a lockbox or off of the exchange. And when you and that one for the Go Down Fighting ability can now be triggered at any hull integrity level, and counts as being at most at 50% for the scaling buff. So for those who don't know, let's see the go. Wait, I'm not even.
I've got it pulled up.
You've got it pulled up.
I've got it pulled
Actually-
up. So every time you activate Go Down Fighting at its maximum, which is Go Down Fighting 3, you get a plus 20 all damage resistance rating, and plus 50% bonus to all damage. And usually that bonus starts less and builds up to the 50, but if you have that trait equipped, which I do, it is always at that 50% bonus to all damage. And that makes it Grebog's turn.
Intelligence Agent Attaché.
Ew.
I mean, you want to be fancy, don't you? Weapon crits
Well, you're
reduce
doing this
captain.
attaché.
Everyone needs an attaché. Weapon crits reduce captain ability recharge times. So things like Go Down Fighting or evasive. Well, yeah, anything that you have by default from your captain. It reduces anytime you hit someone in crit, which you're a lot of times you're stacking a lot of crit. You will basically get faster and faster captain ability. So it's just so nice. It says it restores 2% of captain recharge ability every time, so it adds up fast though, and yeah.
Find that with Boimler's even better.
Yeah, a lot of this you start stacking it together and things just you're going fast, yo.
Kind of like I am right now. I just flew all the way across the map.
You're next.
Yeah, hang on. I know. I'm getting turned around so I can come back to you guys before my my proto drive wears out.
I see one in here that we didn't mention. That's not in this.
Oh,
it's good for tanking. I'll put it at the bottom.
Yeah, we can add it to the end. All right. So the next one is Fragment of AI Tech. This is another Lockbox exchange one. It improves control expertise and then improves energy weapon damage based on your control expertise. So it's kind of for like a lot of do-sai builds. Pretty cool stuff. Tabby's up.
And all right, next up is Terran targeting systems. You get that off the lockbox or out of the lockbox or off the exchange. It gives you plus 15% crit severity. So it takes your existing crit severity, boosts it by 15%, and being critically hit slows you down by 10%. So wait, so if you get critically hit, it slows you down?
Yes.
Yeah, it reduces your movement.
Ooh,
But
it's a little bit of a trade-off. But
it is still considered an A-class trait because that plus 15% is just huge.
Yeah, I mean that is huge.
Or S-class. Did I say A-class? I meant S-class. Top tier.
Top tier.
All right, Symbiotic Ice. Also lockbox exchange, and a 6% of beam weapon damage is cold damage. A lot of things do not have resistance to cold, and this is taking advantage of that. You're already doing like massive damage with your beam weapon, so it's great for beam weapon builds. A thing to note: a lot of these ones that are lockbox exchange, you can pick them up between 30 and sometime, well, if they're really good, maybe up to 80 million or 100 million, but they seem to fall between 30 and 50 million on the exchange.
Next up is Context is for Kings, and I don't have this one, but I've heard a lot about it. So each second that you're in combat, if you don't take damage, then you get a bonus to all damage for 10 seconds. And then if you take damage, you get +3 to all your resistances for 10 seconds. And these two will stack. And they'll refresh pretty much repeatedly, as I understand it, right?
Yes. Basically, the only thing that makes it drop is if you're not doing you're not in a TFO.
Yeah, you're not doing
Because
anything.
one stacking or the other stacking, and that's that.
And then you've got self-modulating fire, lockbox exchange, and you gain a shield penetration buff for when your weapons land a critical hit, and it may occur once every 45 seconds. And with our crit rates, you're pretty much going to get that shield penetrating buff every 45 seconds.
Build for it. Yep.
I think this might be in that build that I was amazing Nikodas with the how are you ignoring my shield so much?
Oh yeah, probably. You were just blasting me to smithereens. Shields? What shields?
This next trait, unconventional systems, also lockbox or exchange. Basically, anytime you use a control bridge officer ability, it reduces cooldown of your universal consoles by 7%. This is why sometimes in even energy, a lot of energy weapon builds, they will stack the science control abilities just to reset consoles so they can hit DPRM faster. They can hit, you name a console, you can get it faster and faster and faster.
Sorry. Duelist fervor, right?
Fervor.
I say that right? Duelist fervor.
Yes.
Another lockbox exchange. Whenever you or a teammate kills something, you gain 5%. You gain a 5% bonus to all damage and 5 accuracy for 10 seconds, and this stacks up to 3 times. So you can get a total of 15% to all damage and 15 accuracy. So you're hitting more and you're hitting harder. And all you have to do is kill something.
And then you got inspirational leader, which is surprise, surprise, a lockbox exchange trait. 10% chance to activate any bridge officer, or activating any bridge officer ability grants a +10 to most starship skills for 15 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. So there's a 10% chance of that thing proccing.
Now we have we kind of dip into carrier builds here a little bit with the Wing Commander, which again, lockbox. They put a lot of the special traits into lockboxes, and then you can, for those of us that don't play lockbox game, we get them off the exchange. So basically this means for Wing Commander, you get a plus 100% rank up XP for all hanger pets. It is a great way on carrier builds to get your hanger pets to max out all of their potency. Because
it happens really fast if you have that equipped. Going along with the carriers, we also have independent wingmate, another lockbox exchange. The first pet that you launch gains some massive bonuses for as long as it lives. And then if it dies, the next one you launch gets those bonuses. So you always have one uber pet out there shooting stuff.
That's pretty cool. Which is really helpful for those half carriers that only have a single hanger.
Yeah, very helpful, especially if you want to build into it.
Then you've got a whole lot of X's. Hull lockbox exchange. When your hull is low, your ship will receive hull and shield heals. A hull and shield heal.
And it's a pretty beefy heal. I have the trait, and on this ship, 34,256 hit points to haul, 500 shield regen for each facing. So it's a bit. It's a big. What?
It's just like, where's that when you need a tank, right? Or where that when you need to tank?
It's a good survivability. I've started seeing people use it instead of some of the other like survivability traits. All right, now we dip into what they call the A class. Some of the stuff you can also find, like one of our favorite sites is STO Better. They have great information there. Fragment of AI tech. As I was, yes.
Let me tag on to that for a second. So if the information's out there, why didn't we just tell you guys, hey, go to this website? There is a reason for that, because as good as their site is, they do give you the trait and they do give you the details, but they don't tell you where it comes from. Now you can assume that they're all lockbox exchanges, but that's not actually true. There are some good traits that are not from a lockbox. A lot of those are lower down, like B tier or lower. But there's at least one that is at A tier, but I don't think I have it on here. I think I missed it now that I'm looking at it.
Plus, some people just don't have like time to go and dig through a website. That's why some people digest information more easily from like a stream or a video or whatnot, and they don't have they don't present information like this. So if you want to read text versions of the information that we're presenting, head on over to their website, or we'll also have this in the show notes. But it's like
Point Blank Shot. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Maybe, I don't know.
But it's like it's like we're collaborative, not competitive. Like there's not just one place to get all this information.
True.
That and also we're adding in tidbits of like when you're looking at someone's build and like why are they using like the unconventional systems trait? Why do they have so much control in this energy weapons build? And since I told you, like, oh well, they're using that trait to get your consoles back active faster. I'm trying to add those tidbits to help you understand builds better and maybe help you take that next step in making a build.
Plus, you get the pleasure of our company.
All right, in the A class that they have, we have Fragment of AI Tech. Also, again, another lockbox or pick it up off the exchange. This is great for control. Well, it improves your control expertise, increases energy weapon damage based on control expertise. So if you're doing a do science build, very, very handy. It is a great way to get your control high while not like if you want to stack the energy weapon stuff, you can still get your control high expertise high enough that your gravity well is going to still suck things in from far off and hold and have a greater hold on them, while also you get the benefit of boosting your energy weapon damage.
Menacing. This is another lockbox one. It doubles the threatening stance chance to gain stacks and doubles the maximum stacks that you gain per second. I don't know what those stacks do, though. Do you, Grebog?
It's the threatening stance stuff. Let me pull up threatening stance.
I don't ever have that thing. It's a tanking one, right?
Now, so threatening stance 3, you get plus 300% threat generation, 20% chance when damaged, increases max haul by 5% for 60 seconds, max 1 stack per second, 10 stacks max. So with this trait, you now get it fast. You know, it doubles getting the chance. So it also, yeah. So you'll have what? By this, doubles threatening stance chance. So you'd have a 40% chance of getting a stack when you get damaged. And then, and it doubles the max stacks. So you could go to 20 stacks, which increases your haul. Instead of by only 50%, you would be able to go to 100% increased haul. So
Okay.
it a whole lot of X's also does, if you're not doing threatening stance, reduces your threat. It's just no one, or yeah, menacing doesn't typically is used for anything but tank builds. It is a great way to get threat, and you will hold it.
There you go. Tabby's up.
All right. Maquis Tactics. Lockbox exchange increases the damage from Cloak Ambush. Which pretty good if you're doing the cloaking ambush Klingon recruit task. Make
And
that go
our-
a bit quicker.
And our last space one we're talking about is Terran targeting systems. You get 15% crit severity, and incoming crit hits.
We talked about that one already. I'm sorry.
Look at
Yeah.
this.
I repeated it for some crazy reason.
Maybe
I was like,
trying
wait,
to
I
clean up
remember
what we
hearing
were
this. I
talking
thought we. It's
we-
fine.
That's my fault.
it's fine.
So actually, we need to be moving on to ground traits, and I messed our order up in here, but that's okay. Tabby, you can go ahead and take the first one.
Space Explorer is a great gig. 200 Lobby, unless you get it on sale, grants bonus kit performance based on kit readiness and grants a small bonus to kit readiness. I imagine Space Explorer is a great gig. I would love to be doing some Space Explorer stuff right now. Come, beam me up. Beam me up,
As would I.
please.
So for those that don't know, we haven't done a ground build for a while, but for those that don't know, K-perf or kit perf is the effectiveness of your equipped kit frames or kit modules. Let me pull up my character sheet.
Yes.
These things.
And kit.
Those
kit
things right there.
Yeah, and kit readiness is the higher kit readiness you have, the faster your kit module cooldowns. Like, it reduces the cooldowns. So K-perf kit performance increases the output, like if they do damage or pull things in, improves their performance, while readiness does the whole reduces the cooldowns for you. Which is why this is such. I've heard people basically say this is the Boimler of ground traits. Now, it doesn't do the same thing Boimler does, but like, as in like, it's the one that you should go buy for ground.
K-perf is the reason that a lot of people will get try to get a kit, or what used to be called a kit frame, that has 3, 4, if you're really, really lucky, 5 stacks of kit perf on there. I'm obviously not using that. I went with the T88 because I like the self-res that it gives you. Yeah, K-perf stacks makes all of this stuff more effective. So especially if you're doing a space magic build, or like my ice princess who's using all ice damage abilities, you want a lot of K-perf. That's why that's handy. Okay, moving right along.
Orbital devastation. You've probably heard me talk about this before. You've probably heard Tabby ask me repeatedly, what was that one again? Because
I went and got it, and
yeah, so it's engineer only. It is a lockbox, or you can buy it off the exchange.
not
It
terribly
turned-
expensive either, if I remember.
Yeah, it's normally not bad, partially because people don't like engineers to play, but they are amazing on ground. But this turns your orbital strike, which normally doesn't go anywhere, it just comes down and blasts a circle on the ground, which by the time it finally hits, the bad guy has run out of the area and doesn't get hit, it turns your orbital strike into a chasing beam that will hunt them down, and once it kills
Wreck
one,
their
it will
day.
go after the next enemy and the next. It makes your orbital strike useful again.
Nice.
It's great.
Hive Mind. Now, this one is really, really good if you stack it. So Hive Mind comes from a Lockbox Worthy exchange. You get plus 2% damage per teammate within 20 meters. And this doubles for each teammate that also has Hive Mind.
And
Which
it should be noted that if you upgrade your bridge officers to where they can get traits, you can get that to your bridge officers, and it will stack with your bridge officers.
Yeah, it's amazing if people have it.
Very, 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 very good trait.
Upgraded gear, Lockbox/exchange. You get a plus 2.5 kit performance for every defeated foe for stacks up to 50 times. 50 times. Resets on map move or being defeated. So if just make sure that nobody comes up and cuts your feet off, and you should be fine.
50 times.
Oh wow,
So
Hive Mind's
100
cheap.
What is that? 125 K perf.
Yeah.
Yes, 125k perf.
If you get to max stacks, yeah, there you go.
As long as you stay in one area and nobody cuts your feet off.
All right, so that is the list, and again, we had S class, A class, and then ground traits. There are, of course, B, C, and D class traits as well. Any trait will help, will increase your performance. But these are the ones that are kind of top of the line. If you really want to, improve your build or see a large difference, then these are the ones that you want to save up for.
I wouldn't say any trait.
Okay, most traits.
Yeah,
Well,
most
I mean,
traits.
any trait's better than no traits.
Because if you've got rifle training and you're using a pistol, that trait's not going to help you.
What are you talking about? I always use my pistol like a rifle.
Always.
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 I put
him, guys.
I put
always
a butt on my butt stock onto my pistol just because it's weird.
I'm gonna have to make one of those for Discord now. I'm gonna have to make one of those and post it in Discord now.
All right, so we have spent
pistol.
We have spent almost the entire hour just talking about stuff and traits. Do you guys want to maybe go blow something up?
Let's go blow something up.
Sure.
Shall we do the daily?
Sure.
Let's do the daily.
I am going to cue us for space. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Sure.
Let's go sit around and get yelled at by Odo for 10 minutes.
Wee woo.
Wee woo.
Wee woo.
See, we debated adding in starship traits, but I kind of figured this was gonna take us a little while, so that's why I was like, maybe we'll do that another episode.
Yeah, we'll have to. We'll have to.
And then we can share out my my spreadsheet, my table that I created
For this?
for the starship traits.
Oh.
Because
is that the one where you're putting down which ones you have?
No. It's putting down. I've gone through. So for those that don't know, I went through a bunch of people's builds, grabbed traits that they are what the build was focusing on: fire at will, beam overload, CSV, CR, cannon rapid fire, surgical strike, you know, exceed rated limit, all that stuff. I went through all the various builds,
The Herc are about
grabbed
to
the traits
overrun
that they
this
were
planet.
recommending for said build, and basically like made a table that you can look like, oh, emergency weapon cycle. People use that in fire at will, beam overload, cannons scatter volley, you know, like all, even in tank builds, which then you can, I focused on what ships had what. I put in the ship that might have multiple traits in it in the main thing, but you can mouse over and then see all the other ships that also have that said trait. Which is why, if you notice, if you look at my table, Tabby or Nick, when you've looked at it, it had a lot of legendaries in the main window, and that's because legendary ships typically have like multiple traits that you can unlock from doing one mastery setup.
I gotcha.
So that way, if someone were trying to get many traits unlocked, and we're looking for the fastest path to get them all, they might be able to pick one ship and get, say, 2 or 3 of the ships. Like Legendary Avenger has emergency weapon cycle and ship of the line. So, yeah.
And is a damn awesome, and it has some really good consoles to boot.
Yep. Well, here, I will fly to this thing and wait.
I'll stay over on the west side of the map.
But yeah, I created that spreadsheet table because since I work on various characters, and at times I want to know,
Satellite is back online.
like, hey, I'm gonna put together a beam overload build. What traits do I need? I have the ships. I just need to know which ones I need to reclaim to master. And yeah.
Okay, I got one up. I think the other one is
I've got
also
Gamma.
on.
Okay, I see the one that's not. I'm heading towards it unless someone's.
Oh, not mine.
Oh, nope, someone got it right before I did.
Nope, there's still one missing. Oh, there it went. Okay, we're good.
Or maybe I got it, and that's why the green circle went off the map. I didn't realize that you could see which ones were deactivated still by the green circle on the map.
Newsflash.
Well, here, I will come help Tabby. Because I don't know that someone else is helping that Gamma. There's Adam at Tim.
Herc ships spotted
last
at
of the
escape route Gamma. Get over
Or
there.
reverse meta.
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
I've got Alpha. I'm in my Odyssey. I've got this covered with beam overload. We're good.
I'm in a fire at will build.
I'm in a fire at will Piker prize.
I said beam overload. I meant fall. I'm in a fall build. That's why I grabbed this ship, was to do fire at will, because it works really well on this map.
That's why I grabbed this ship. Like, I'm gonna be in this ship for this duration of the event, because fire at will with this TFO is just a lot better.
I don't know, like a lot of these little dipstick will like just be immune and absorb fire. It's very frustrating.
We'll get some raid.
Head to escape route Beta. Protect the refugee ships.
Yeah, when they put those immunity shields up, that
Herc ships
can
spotted
certainly
at
be
escape route
frustrating.
Gamma. Get over there. Herc Dreadnought on sensors. Be careful.
I'm gonna swing over to get the Dreadnought. I'm going back to my spot.
I was like, he
Your
says
side,
that.
my side. Your side, my side.
I was going to say, he says that, and then I just like annihilated 2 assemblies right before he got here.
I noticed. Apparently you didn't need my help either. I got a few shots off. Good times, good times.
Immune.
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
Immune this, buddy. Yes, viewers. I'm talking trash to NPCs that don't hear me.
Escape route Gamma. Get over there.
Who
Feels
doesn't?
good sometimes though, doesn't it?
It's like,
I mean-
who here has not talked trash to the in-game NPCs?
I think I've done it in almost
We're
every game
speeding
I've
up the
played.
evacuation. All lanes will be
I
utilized
still accuse them
now.
of cheating sometimes too.
I mean, they do.
Head to escape route Beta. Protect the refugee ships.
Mobs are always cheating.
All right, everyone have some haste.
Thanks. I think I'm close enough. Two more ships away.
I love it when I trigger all my fire cycle haste on this ship.
Which one are you flying? Oh yeah, the Excelsior.
Excelsior!
Excelsior! The superhero of starships.
Stan Lee's favorite ship.
Refugee ships
Yep.
heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
The USS Stanley.
I think I've seen someone name their Excelsior. The Stanley.
I'm still waiting for the Obena class. That was like the lower decks update to the Excelsior.
I'm waiting for the unnamed, smaller variant of the Dederidex with the nacelles in a.
Herc ships
The vertical
spotted at
wings?
escape
Yeah.
route. Get over there.
Yes, I want that too.
Though unfortunately, it's definitely going to be a lockbox.
Escape
So,
route Beta. Protect
but
the
I
refugee
mean,
ships.
even if it's
Have
in
we
game,
Have we gotten any lower deck ships that are not lockbox?
No.
I don't think so.
Well, the Titan, if you want to count the Titan. Technically, I think the Titan was in game before it was shown on lower
Yeah,
decks.
because it was a Luna class.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tractor beam me. I'm not moving anyway. That's fine.
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
But if you want to count that one, there is that.
No immunity for you, buddy. Not when I have all my procs rolling and it just gets annihilated.
Herc ships spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over
Okay,
there.
we just gotta blow them up. I think there's only one left.
That's everyone.
Yep,
We did what
and
we
we're
could.
done.
The Herc
Hopefully
Swarm
the Herc
is
Swarm
vast.
will focus their next strikes on an uninhabited world.
I don't know, Odo. Something tells me they'll focus their strikes wherever you put the device. Too soon? Too soon?
He deserves
If
that.
only we had some sort of device that could lure their attention anywhere we wanted. I mean, you wouldn't happen to know anything like about such a device, would you, Otto?
All right, guys, are we going to raid somebody?
Well, first we would need to end the show.
Well, I mean, is the intent to raid somebody? Let me word that a different way.
We have 3 viewers. Speak now if you're in chat.
We're watching ourselves.
That's what I'm like. The 3 viewers I see: Tabby, Nikodas, Nimoy.
Well, hi, Nim. Well, it's up to you guys then. We can raid somebody, or, I mean, we can just close the show and somebody will watch us on YouTube.
I think we'll just close the show.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, then, are we doing the build next week? Do you think you'll have it put together by then?
Well, since we did the personal traits and focus solely personal, do we want to do the starship traits next to keep it kind of a theme going, one to the next? I'm fine doing the build next week, but I just want to. Sometimes I kind of like to go or keep like things together.
We can do that. We'll have some discussions off air then, because I have some questions.
Definitely check out. Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah, but like I said, I have a spreadsheet.
Well, I know. I just have questions about how much detail we want to give in an hour-long show ish.
There's a lot of good traits.
There is, and that's kind of the issue I ran into when I started writing the list. But again, we'll get into that off air. So next week we'll be doing starship traits, and I will see you out there.
Have fun, be safe, and don't fire yourselves on set.
And since we're going to end it here, live long and prosper, everybody. We'll catch you Monday, 10 p.m. fun time.
Monday.
Computer end program.